So, welcome to this week's Prevention Cohort live meeting. I am really excited to be here. Last night I had a chance to meet someone who works in labor trafficking prevention, and a lot of things have all been happening at the same time, kind of behind the scenes. And I went ahead and converted our script for the labor trafficking VR simulation into the actual format, so everything the way it's supposed to be. And tonight I have an actual build of the of our labor trafficking sim, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys. You're only going to see a couple of things, probably not even anything live yet tonight, but there'll be some stuff up soon. But I'm very excited about this. So let me, with no further ado, let me find our video that we love to show so much. All right. I love being here with you guys. It's so much fun to share everything that we do with you. I want to be the best support person that you can possibly imagine. So, wish us luck.
Here's to the fearless advocates who dare to be different, the relentless fighters, the champions against human trafficking.
Oh, I have it muted? No, I don't. What's going on here?
With unwavering
I turn on
determination.
audio. Oh,
Their
I muted
voices
the
may be
entire
quoted,
machine.
opinions disputed, and their character.
Back to the beginning.
Here's to the fearless advocates who dare to be different, the relentless fighters, the champions against human trafficking, the unsung heroes in the shadows. They are the ones who perceive the world through a different lens. They reject the confines of societal norms and regulations. They challenge the status quo with unwavering determination. Their voices may be quoted, opinions disputed, and their character both praised and criticized. But one thing is certain, they cannot be overlooked. They are catalysts for change. They pioneer new solutions. They envision a world free from the clutches of human trafficking. They mend broken lives. They embark on perilous journeys to rescue the vulnerable. They innovate, they inspire, they propel humanity forward. Perhaps it takes a touch of madness. How else can one look at a victim and envision their liberation, or listen to the silence of suffering and compose an anthem of hope, or gaze upon a dark underworld and see a battleground for justice? We stand beside these exceptional individuals. While some may deem them as eccentric ones, we recognize their brilliance, because those who possess the audacity to believe they can end human trafficking are the ones who ultimately achieve it. Here's to the fearless advocates who dare to be different, the relentless fighters, the champions against human trafficking, the unsung heroes in the shadows. They are the ones who perceive the world through a different lens. They reject the confines of societal norms and regulations. They challenge the status quo with unwavering determination. Their voices may be quoted, opinions disputed, and their character both praised and criticized. But one thing is certain, they cannot be overlooked. They are catalysts for change. They pioneer new solutions. They envision a world free from the clutches of human trafficking. They mend broken lives. They embark on perilous journeys to rescue the vulnerable. They innovate, they inspire, they propel humanity forward. Perhaps it takes a touch of madness. How else can one look at a victim and envision their liberation, or listen to the silence of suffering and compose an anthem of hope, or gaze upon a dark underworld and see a battleground for justice? We stand beside these exceptional individuals. While some may deem them as eccentric ones, we recognize their brilliance, because those who possess the audacity to believe they can end human trafficking are the ones who ultimately achieve it.
Oh yeah, guys, that always makes me feel good to be here with you, thinking about how we are working to end human trafficking across the world with prevention education. I mean to tell you, it is the thing that gets me up in the morning, and I'm excited to have a chance to share it with you. So today, we are going to be unveiling something that very few people have seen yet. And that is our second virtual reality experience, and it is called, the first VR experience was called Trapped, a VR detective story. And the idea is that we wanted to create a way for people to understand these red flags and vulnerabilities and risk factors from a first person perspective. So from the perspective that of someone that it is happening to, not in a scary way, but in a way that lets you understand emotionally where they are. So in 2018, we released Trapped, a VR detective story. It was on the HTC Vive. We've been using it forever. Almost 10,000 people have used it across the world. And this month, we are going to be beginning to get feedback from people for our first labor trafficking VR simulation called Tricked, an American visa story in VR. Let me quit staring everywhere, and let me share with you guys a little bit about it. And of course, I'll put all the links and everything so you can see this stuff. No secrets ever. So this is the idea. So this is about domestic servitude, and the idea here is we are trying to create a way for anyone to be able to identify with someone that has become a victim of labor trafficking in the United States. So we looked at a lot of the data, spent a ton of time working on it, and I actually have a bunch of my research, all these learning objectives, and some other research here, like trying to figure out what is it that makes somebody, what is the most likely person to be abused with labor trafficking in the United States. And it turns out that, through the research that I've done, it's somebody from Southeast. My God, Southeast China. So what we're doing is we've settled upon a young Filipino girl, and she has a problem in her family. So she has a sister that's sick. They need some money. She basically borrows a whole bunch of cash so that she can go to America, get a job, get a passport, get a visa. When she gets there, she finds out things are not what they seemed. So without going into too much detail on this, when you start the experience, you're going to be in an American suburb. So the visuals that are within Trapped, which is our current VR experience, are going to be exactly the same in this labor trafficking experience. So you're going to see a whole different world, even though you're looking at the same virtual world. So I'm very excited to share this with you guys. So let's see, let's look a little bit behind this thing. So when we write this script, the way that the script works is we know that you're going to start the story, and that story is going to progress. So we're going to have a few things that we're going to tell you. So you're going to hear those things. We know you're going to hear them. So we know you're going to be in the lobby area. Then you're going to be in the suburbs. So we're going to be telling you that story. And then when you finally get into the condo, which is where her boss makes her work, then you hear that, and then you get to decide what to do inside of the condo. So there's some shoes, there's some lipstick, there's a book, there's food, a phone, and a teddy bear. And all of these things, if you interact with them, the story will progress. So that's probably the big stuff. And to do all of this stuff, we actually take this script and we break it down into this big spreadsheet. And what the spreadsheet does is I know what the dialogue is supposed to be. I know here's an example. So this all started because there were not enough jobs or money in my country, and my sister needed an inexpensive surgery. So the next thing, I want to have a carriage return, so it pushes so that it stays like a little paragraph, and so we put the little /in, and that does that. So this is, a little bit of data included in here. So then what we do is we actually drop that inside of a file like this. Let's see. yeah, so we get inside of a file like this, and so that same thing might say, I try to read, but I never have enough time to just relax. Very similar. Let's see, here we go. Yeah. So here she goes. She looks at the cell phone. She says, back home, I always wanted my own phone, and now I can't stand having one. Anytime these people want anything, they call me or text. It rings all day long. I wish I could call my family. If I could just talk to my sister for a few minutes and see how she's feeling and make sure she took her medicine, it would make me so happy. But boss has my phone blocked from everyone's calls but his, and he even made it impossible to access the internet from this phone. I can't reach out to anyone for help. So you will learn exactly how this happens to people. Anyway, I'm super excited about this. Just got this to the point where we can actually take a look at it inside of the app. You know what? Maybe I will go ahead and share this with you guys. This is pretty cool. This is the what's called the Unity Hub. Actually, I'll just share this whole second screen with you. So this here is the Unity Hub, and what it does is it decides what version of the editor that you're using and what app you're going to launch, and then when you decide which one you want to launch from the hub, then it imports it and it will open it up and you can get a look at it. So this thing is going to be doing this in the background for a little while, and we'll just let it go and see what else is going on. This is probably the most exciting stuff that I have happening right now, and I just wanted to share it with y'all. We'll give Unity just a couple of more minutes to open. Okay, so it looks like it has opened up. It's awesome. There we go. Super fast. All right. So I don't know if you can see the little thing, but that is my headset. My headset has a little green cable. The green cable is attached to the computer. And when I have to type in my player settings, I think, make sure I have the password in here. Yeah, I think we're all good. Let's do a build and run. Load it right there. Oh, it's telling me already there. Yeah, build and run, that's what we're doing. Replace it. Although I have developed games for a long time, I have never become a hardcore programmer. That just was beyond me. My job has always been, hey, let's make sure we have a project. Let's make sure that we know what we're doing. Because there are people that are a heck of a lot smarter than me that know how to do this stuff. And so I try to bring them on. I've been very fortunate to have been working with some really smart developers over the years, and they have made sure that the products that we have built are extensible so that we can easily go through and change languages and add new scripts, add new activities and things like that inside the app. And this is just one example of how we can do that. So really excited to share this with you guys. My hope is that we can, my hope is that what we can do is we can actually get a sample of this up and running and put it in front of a lot of people. You know, there's something I forgot to share with you. So one of the things that's fascinating about this time in the universe right now is that there are artificial intelligences and AI-controlled voices that you can use nowadays. So there is a company called Narakeet, and they have a program where you literally type in something here, and when you say create audio, it'll actually create this audio file, so I don't have to go to a studio and hire somebody to do this work. Now, eventually, once everything is right, and I feel confident that we have got the correct text, we will hire a human being. But for now, we need something that we can just listen to and see if it sounds good enough to get a sample and put it in perspective. So let's see if you can hear this. I believe this.
When I legally arrived in this country with M work visa, I love this neighborhood.
Let me pull the text up. She has a pretty, I'll say she has an accent, but that's not really the point here. All right, line A. Here we go. Here it is. When I legally arrived in this country. Let's get it.
When I legally arrived in this country with M work visa, I love this neighborhood. It seemed like such a comforting, safe place. It was like everyone knew each other. An elderly man lives across the street, and people always stop and talk with him. The woman 2 houses down has the cutest little boy and baby girl. Meeting them made me miss my own little sister back home.
So I'm pretty sure you noticed as well as I did that when she pronounces the word my, M-Y, it doesn't sound right. So that's just kind of an example of how you need a human being to actually do the work for you. You cannot just expect that all these automatic things are going to work. But they definitely get you in the mood. So let's see, we have another one I think that we recorded. So do this one.
I thought I was going to be a part of this new wonderful community. All these people were enjoying their lives and preparing for their exciting futures. I thought I would be a part of that while I worked for this American family. How could I have been so foolish?
Yeah, that's a computer talking to you. How crazy is that? Still blows my mind. Okay, let's see if Unity has gotten going yet. Okay, it looks like it has. So I'm going to see if it actually made the build.
Put yourself in our shoes and I'll share more of my story. While you will see things from Emma perspective and learn how anyone could become a victim. Most people will never believe this could happen, but let me tell you, I'm here and it will. Now you're here and you can see for yourself.
Yeah, I think you can see.
Household play. Let me start we were telling you about yesterday. It started with a dream. I used to love to watch the rain.
This is most certainly doing it. I'll let you hear the landing.
I am waiting for boss to come get me. Today, I spoke to a stranger back at the house, and boss brought me here again to punish me. He has threatened to have me deported before, but this time seems different. I'm panicking and afraid. Boss originally hired me to help take care of his house and his chores, but he and his family have been horrible to me. They work me all day and night. I didn't realize when I applied for annual visa that it would be.
All right. Well, now you got a little taste of it. Sorry you couldn't look quite into the headphones. I'll have some video footage later. I am going to jump back on top of this because, well, it's a lot of work and I need to get it done. But I wanted to take a couple of seconds, see if anybody else was going to show up for the night, had any questions. It looks like everybody's cool. If you need anything, you can always get a hold of me at 512-521-8874. I always look forward to hearing from you. I will support you in any way that you possibly need. We have some people that are actually looking for headsets and to do some events. We have 10 headsets out right now with Apple Seeds. So we're really excited about everybody coming on board as licensees and all the new events everybody's running. God, so much love for all you guys. Okay, going to sign off. Keep up the awesome, great work, everybody. All right.